Okay, what's going on, folks? Dragon Sorcerer back again, here on YouTube to make another video. Just a few things I wanted to talk about. This is going to be a video about current things that have going on in TNA that just have been kind of on my mind, and it's just, just want to, let my opinions be known. Okay. Number one thing that's on my mind is the return of Angelina Love. I mean, which is cool and everything like that. Glad to have her back. The problem I have is she has one match. One aired match. In her return, and yet all of a sudden she gets a title shot against Tara. What the heck? I just think that's kind of ridiculous that, as soon as Angelina Love comes back, just is establishing this feud with the, current members of the Beautiful People, just established it. Only had, one match that was on air, and maybe like I think one dark match or two or something like that, but and now all of a sudden she gets a title shot. I just think it's kind of messed up and ridiculous, because I mean, like I said, Tara hasn't had the belt that long, and she's already been kind of robbed twice, as far as short title runs. So, I just wouldn't want that to happen again, because I do believe that Tara deserves to be the current knockout champ. The second thing is, I'm really starting to regret there ever being TNA knockout tag team titles. Because because there's two things that bothers me about it. Number one is, since I haven't seen Sarita and Taylor Wilde wrestle since they lost those titles. I don't know if they've been MIA or what, but ever since I've been watching TNA after they lost the titles to Hamada and Awesome Kong, I haven't seen Taylor Wilde and Sarita wrestle. And it's just, I don't know what's up with that, if the team is still there, or if it's just no more, or what. I have no idea. And the second thing is, there's really not many legitimate tag teams in the knockout division. Because despite the fact that when they first held the knockout tag team title tournament, yeah, you had your teams there, but the legitimate teams that have stayed together are the Beautiful People, Sarita and Taylor Wilde, and now you got this new formed team in Hamada and Awesome Kong. It's like, I figured at first, having a knockout tag team titles was a great idea, but it's like, in order for that to really last, they're gonna have to start bringing in a lot more knockouts, and whether it's team-based knockouts or just more knockouts in general, because you're gonna have those knockouts that are gonna establish themselves into the race for the TNA Knockouts Championship title, and then you got those that being brought in, that are gonna work their way up, and then have a chance to possibly have some tag teams formed or already formed, and go for the tag titles, and then maybe along the road, maybe in a different storyline later, after they really establish themselves in the company, and can end up being in the race for the knockout title. But it's like, right now there's really not that many teams. in the knockouts division. So I mean, I'm kind of having a bad feeling about the fact that the knockout titles were even made in the first place. But anyway, the next thing that's on my mind is the fact that this is actually, not a, something that I'm having a bad feeling about, but Eric Young lost the global championship against Big Rob Terry on a house show. I believe it was in Wales. Okay, now when Eric Young first got the title, which was formerly known as the TNA Legends title, changed it to the global championship, he vowed that he would never defend the title on American soil. Now that the title has changed hands to Big Rob Terry, hopefully this is a good sign that we're going to start seeing some global championship title matches aired on TNA. Not only just that, but of course, around the world. So hopefully, now that the global title is out of the hands of Eric Young, then that should nullify the vow, and hopefully they'll have Big Rob Terry defend it sometimes on TNA live shows and also on TNA pay-per-views. So that's really what I'm hoping to see. And then the last thing is, I am really upset at the fact of how Amazing Red lost the TNA X Division title and the whole Feast or Fired thing. It's now being used very similarly, I don't know if I said that right, to how Money in the Bank in the WWE is used. And that's messed up. Because, I mean, for those that, that didn't see what happened, was Big Rob Terry and, the British Invasion was to go down to the ring after the 6-man tag team match between the Motor City Machine Guns and Brian Kendrick against Generation Me and Amazing Red. After that match was over, the British Invasion and Big Rob Terry came down, and Rob Terry was going to cash in the briefcase, yet, he was forced to hand it over to Doug Williams. But it's like right afterwards, it was like a really short match, and Doug Williams gets the pinfall and the win. And and I just think that's really messed up, considering I would have liked to see Amazing Red lose the X Division title in a true, genuine, legitimate match against a deserving future champ. But the way that he lost it was messed up, and I just can't believe that it happened that way. Because Amazing Red is a phenomenal X Division champion, and it was just really messed up that it ended that way. And I really hope that Doug Williams' title run does not last long. So anyway, those are the thoughts that I've had on my mind as far as TNA, and what's going on and everything like that. So just thought I'd voice my opinions. You're welcome to any replies, any comments, any video responses, whatever's on your mind. This is Dragon Sorcerer signing off. Have a blessed day.